gorgeous. Today we're going to look at changing our money set point and comfort zone and how doing that can make us millionaires. Let's get to it. Welcome to the Powerhouse. Vanessa Long here, coach, trainer, and creator of Discovering Your Passion and Purpose, the Seasons of Success seminars, and the Party Goal-Getting System. Welcome to your mojo moment in which I share one of my favorite quotes and then give you a power tip to take the inspiration and make it practical in your life right away. For regular motivation, make sure you click the subscribe button and ring that bell. Okay, our book today is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind from Harv Eker, and our quote is on page 44. And this is one of his wealth principles, which are all through the book. And he says, the only way to permanently change the temperature in the room is to reset the thermostat. In the same way, the only way to change your level of financial success permanently is to reset your financial thermostat. Okay, let's talk about this. What the heck is he talking about with a financial thermostat? Do you have a financial thermostat? Do I have a financial thermostat? One of the things I love about Harv Eker so much is that he's actually an NLP master trainer like Tony Robbins, which means that he has all sorts of ways to get into your neurology, to move things around so that you think in very different ways. And as an NLP trainer myself, I love seeing these guys use these techniques. So before we get to set point, we need to just kind of talk about comfort zone. What is our comfort zone? Well, the comfort zone is where you're comfortable. It is, I think of it as like a neurological blob. It is where you feel safe, where you know what you're doing, where nothing is unfamiliar, and you just go through the motions of your day. If you want it, you get it. It's easy in the comfort zone. But it's also often not very comfortable, even though it's called the comfort zone, because when we know that we have a dream, when we're determined to get somewhere, when we're determined to build something, our comfort zone actually holds us back. So our comfort zone is where we're comfortable, and as we come toward the edge of our comfort zone, we actually get much less comfortable. We get much more uncomfortable. But everything we want that we don't have is actually on the other side of our comfort zone. So for us to become who we're meant to be, for us to create real change, we have to get uncomfortable. And what's even better is we need to expand and shift our comfort zone to encompass our dreams and goals. And your comfort zone is centered around your set point, just like the temperature in your house is centered around the set point of your thermostat. Here's how that works. When you set the thermostat in your house or you turn the dial on your heaters, you're telling them to stay at a certain temperature. You're saying, I want it to be 18 degrees, or I want it to be 22 degrees, or I want it to be 17. Ooh, that's all Celsius. So you're telling it you want it to be 65 or 70 or 72. You can get really specific. And if you've ever paid attention to the way the thermostat works with your heating and cooling system, you know that it's not always exactly the temperature that you set it at. Most furnaces, most air conditioners, they work with a 2 to 3 degree range. So sometimes the temperature is a couple degrees above or a couple degrees below what you've actually set. But because you gave it that set point, it's always focused on staying as close to that set point as possible. And it's the same thing neurologically. We use this idea of a set point and the comfort zone. So for instance, with your weight, you tend to have a set point. You can go a few pounds up or a few pounds down, but you always tend to come back to the same basic weight. And if you decide to shift your weight, and you've ever done large shifts in your weight, you know that it can be hard to get going, and then you change, and then you kind of plateau. And that plateau is your new set point. And then it takes a while to get through it, and then you go find your next set point. That's kind of how we're wired. We have these plateau places, these comfort zones where our body likes to be. And just like you have one for weight and for happiness, you also have one for your money. Our unconscious mind feels safe and comfortable with a certain amount of money. And if you want to change how much money you have, you're going to need to change your set point. And that can be super tough because your set point is based on your beliefs and your values and how you feel and think about money and the money story that you tell yourself. So maybe you're wondering, what is my money set point? What is my money set point? Tell me. Well, here's how you find out. It's actually really easy. Take the last 3 to 5 years of your annual income, add them all together, and divide by that many number of years. So if you're doing 3, divide by 3, 5 years, divide by 5. Whatever that number is, that is your money set point. It's how much money you are comfortable having. And once you've done that, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, that totally makes sense. It totally explains why we might have a really good quarter or a really good year, and then the next year or the next quarter it kind of tanks and we're like, what the heck just happened? And of course what just happened was you went too high and your unconscious mind went, what? No, and brought you back down. Because it doesn't feel safe when you make too much money. But it also doesn't feel safe when you make too little money. So if you have a really bad quarter or a really bad year, the next year and quarter tend to be a lot better because it's coming back to that set point. All right, so once you realize that you've got this set point, what do you do about it? Well, presumably you want to shift it. But in order for you to radically, dramatically change your income level, to change your level of wealth, you are going to have to take dramatic, radical action. There's no doubt about that. If you want to get different results, you have to take different actions. But the big question is, do I make those changes really fast or do I make those changes really slow? And here's what I've learned about making changes to your set point. I'm thinking about other experts in this space who are like, go for the fast change, go for the fast change, go for the big change, go big or go home, go hard or go home, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, so what I've learned about making that big change is if you try to do it all at once, you freak your unconscious mind out, like you terrify it. Because this is your comfort zone. Remember that blob? It's like where you feel safe and where you feel comfortable. And if you're in that comfort zone and all of a sudden you're like, I'm going for it, and you ram yourself up against the edge of your comfort zone, it's like Barba Papa. Do you remember Barba? You kind of go, wow, and then you snap right back into the middle. Your unconscious mind freaks out. It has what we call an abreact. It will sabotage everything, burn it all down, bring you right back to where you were or a little bit lower and go, please don't do that again. That was a bad choice. It's kind of a nightmare. Don't do it. So what I've learned is that if you want to create a big change in your wealth, which is super fun, you need to do it a little bit at a time. It's so much better to go inch by inch, tiny little baby steps, and create something beautiful and sustainable by gradually shifting your neurology to where you want to be. So my suggestion is go big slowly. If you're ready to create a millionaire mindset, write #powerhouse in the comments below. And to learn the 7 steps to create real change, check out the Powerhouse Success Cycle checklist that's linked in the description below. What's your nugget of gold today? What did you learn, realize, or remember that you can use right away to make your life better? Where's your set point now, doing the average, and where do you want it to be? What's your next step? What's your next level that you're heading toward? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you there. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it out with your Powerhouse peers. It means the world to us. And if you're new here, make sure you click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified whenever we put up new content, which is every week. And for those of you Mojo Masters who know to hang around until the end of the video, here's your bonus power tip. So once you've decided to make that change, then you have to figure out, how do I make it stick? The best ways that I've found are through consistency, discipline, focus. Yep. All of those things that nobody likes to do, but that successful people do every dang day. Having the systems and the structures in place to support your change actually changes your environment. And when you change your environment, it makes real change, that third order change, inevitable. Ready to set a goal and then actually get your goals? Check out the Powerhouse Success Cycle checklist and learn how to create real change. That's it for our Mojo moment today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.